I was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I? Yeah.
You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cyrus block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumental. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
defensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw, Stafford. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kene Nwangu. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. On target to his man, Likely. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. throwing on third down. Stafford.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Stafford.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. He's just trying.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Room here to run.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now Herbert following the turnover. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll...
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And he's got some space here.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Herbert now. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the interception, here's Stafford. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Stafford. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break. Stafford. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, Justin Herbert. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Herbert off of play action. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's complete to Lazard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the air again, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On first down, it's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert throwing again. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked by... Mosley. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw, Stafford. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Nwangu. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. That's caught left side by Hardman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the give is Nwangu. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. I'm going to throw it. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. To throw again on 2nd down. Hahn. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On second and goal, Mond. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, third and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And caught by Cooper for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.